seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the sluice boxes. And that road off in the distance is where we'll be riding into. This is kind of one of the gateways into the Little Belt Mountains. Mountains in the distance, we're going to be end up on the way on the other side of those. Well, we're almost to Monument Peak. About 2 miles more, we'll have an amazing view of the fire lookout. Definitely a place I'd like to come up during one of the nights that we have a great Northern Lights show. Wildflowers are popping. Love the colors. He's pulling over. Actually yielding. How nice. Squirrel. Chipmunk, actually. Yeah, most people don't yield properly when they're in the hills. So. Typically, the way I was always taught, whoever's going uphill has the right of way. Just for the fact, if you stop going uphill, you might not get going again. Yeah, wouldn't this be a nice spot to watch the Northern Lights? We've had some pretty amazing nights down here in Montana. I don't know, I don't remember seeing it like that when I was a kid. But again, maybe they were happening and we just weren't seeing it because we weren't looking through a digital lens. This is definitely an easier trail road. I mean, you can get a car up here really for the most part. Not that I'd recommend using a car. Little pickup stock, definitely. Yeah, the views are getting better, people. Yeah, check that out. Too bad we have a little bit of cloud cover, but not bad. Pretty clear. Wow, that was dumb. I started in second gear. Alright, let's continue to Monument Peak. So this Monument Peak, we're at the fire lookout. 7,402 feet, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that view. This is why we do what we do. One of the many reasons. It's a good spot to stop, have some lunch. We're just out tootling for a good time. Just seeing new sights. Been over a couple mountains. Looked at a couple peaks. We're going to stop at another peak up here and check out the view. This is what the KLR was made for. It comes to life on these back roads. I am not disappointed in this bike. I figured when I bought it, I thought I would be, but you know, it's just such a pleasure. She just tractors right on along, man. What a great machine. I'm not pushing too hard because you never know what's coming around the corner. This is July. I've already seen about 7 or 8 side-by-sides, a few motorcycles, and a couple pickups. So last thing I need to do is become a hood ornament. Blind corners are the hardest. You never know. Go. Boy, this would almost be a fun, nice campsite. Cold, probably. Yeah, could you imagine watching the sunrise from up here? You gotta be kidding me. Jump past that shit. Well, that was fun, a dumbass moment. Kickstand uphill a little bit, wasn't crazy. Foot slipped on a rock and the bike went down. Oh, what do you do? Humble, I guess. Oh, it was a heavy little pig to pick up, that's for sure. Wow, look at that view. Just awesome. Awesome view. Wow. Does not disappoint. Montana's pretty amazing. Pretty spectacular. This is just the Little Belt mountain range. Well, we're looking for a campsite and being a little picky today because, well, I'm going to do a tarp, a bivy bag, and no real sleeping bag. Thought I'd check out this campsite, and they got a head start on the wood. That would be a good start for a night of burning. But it's not exactly a pretty campsite, and damn are the horse flies thick. It might be a miserable afternoon or evening and night, at least until it cools off and they go away. But we're going to keep looking. We're going to find a better spot. Well, found a camp for tonight. It's to work. Maybe get a nice hanger. And check this out. Somebody spent a few minutes. We even have a cute little stool to sit in. I think we'll string a hammock and start gathering some firewood. Oops, didn't know I was recording. Got a little bit of some good pine sap in here. Let's see if we can harvest just a little bit of this. If you can hear how hard that is. It's pretty hard. It's neat. Pretty good fire starter. I don't know if I want to work this hard tonight though. But if you look in the center, you can see the shininess. That's all that old pine sap running down. And what people are calling fatwood. If you needed to, you can just sit there and whittle a bunch of it off. Get a nice pile. Fire starter we're using tonight is just a cotton ball with a little Vaseline wiped on it and pulled the fibers apart a little bit. We'll see if we can get it sparked. I got a little piece of fat wood laying in there. I'll lay a little bit of moss on there. Maybe. Sticking to me. Let's see if I can hit it. Nope. I might have to use a match. It's starting to get kind of shaky here. Joy of being diabetic. Blood sugar's starting to go a little. Yeah, we got it started. See if we can keep her going, not smother it. Another little piece of wood with a little bit of fat wood in there. Get that started. Now the ground was pretty dry here. I could have started it right on the ground, but I usually try to start on something. Good piece of old bark works well if it's damp out. Oh, look at that. I think we have a campfire. Camping really does not have to cost a lot. I mean, that's a pretty inexpensive hammock. That tarps, that's a cheap tarp that I've had both of them just sitting on the shelf for years. But I'm getting ready to make some dinner. Nothing fancy, we're just going to do some ramen, a little protein. Have maybe a Diet Pepsi. Still got ice in here. Yeah, it's time for a little dinner. Now, being diabetic, you got to be really careful. So I try to pack extra food. Last thing you need to have is sugars to crash. That could turn into an emergency really quick. It's unfortunate. I can usually feel when my sugars start getting a little low. I'll start getting around 100, I can feel it change. And if you're a diabetic, when you start doing this outdoor whether it's just camping or if you're riding bikes or ATVs. Keep a close eye on that sugar. Especially when it can be quite active all day long. And definitely make a difference. So be careful. But at the same time, it's not an excuse to not be out camping. Son of a bitch, bump my cable and drop my dinner. Well, luckily, I got chicken flavor. Got another one, so we're good. And I'll mix some of this white chicken protein booster. That'll up the calorie intake. Well, that's something to think about when you're new to camping or moto camping or backpacking. The calorie intake is typically a lot different for most people. When we're outdoors, we're pretty active. Whether we're hiking, gathering wood, sightseeing. And it's too bad my seasoning got used up. I'll find a little baggie. There's my seasoning. Oh, gourmet cooking tonight. What kind of food do you guys like to eat when you're out in the great outdoors? Well, dinner was pretty good. Wasn't great. Those chicken pouch proteins. They're protein, I'll call it that. Yeah, you need a lot of extra goodies to mix with them, I think, to make them very yummy. But hey, belly's full. Got a good campfire going. Plenty of smoke, and it's been pushing mosquitoes away. Still seeing a couple. Definitely kind of looking forward to seeing what kind of sleep I can get tonight. Well, it got chilly last night. I had the fire going until pretty late, but I let it. It definitely expired at some point. I had some of the warm rocks in the sleeping bag with me, or my bivy sack with me for a while. That was very helpful until it wasn't. 5 a.m. just a few minutes ago, woke up. Had to get the fire started. We need some more heat. Yeah. I'm a sleeping bag person, definitely.